Hi, this is Susan from BakeWithMom.com, and today we're going to make firecracker jalapenos. First, I'm going to tell you about jalapenos. If they have a round end, that means they're mild. If they have a pointed end, they're hotter. So if you don't want them so hot, get the rounded end. Now I'm going to show you how to devein and take the seeds out. First I cut the top off. Then I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise because that's how we want to stuff our peppers. So I've got it cut in half. Now I'm going to take a spoon and I am going to pull out the vein and the seeds. The vein you can see is here. We're going to just scrape all of that off with our spoon and get the seeds off. Sometimes you have to take your knife to get all of the vein out. We take the vein out because it has a bit of hotness to it, for one thing, like the seeds. If you wanted hot, you'd leave the seeds in, but we can't leave the seeds in since we're going to stuff them. But also the veins are bitter. So we have all of our jalapenos halved, and I cut wieners in half lengthwise, and I didn't cut it to, I'm going to cut it now to the size of the jalapeno, and put it in, cut off the excess. Okay, we have all of our jalapenos ready with a half of a hot dog, or a quarter of a hot dog. And now we're going to preheat our oven at 365 degrees. And while it's preheating, we'll make our cheese filling and bread it. So what we're going to do is we take 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. And then we have 6 ounces of grated pepper jack cheese. I like pepper jack because it adds a little spice to the mixture. Now we're going to take a fork and we're going to mash it all together. We want them so that they're evenly distributed, the cream cheese and the jack. Okay, now this is what it should look like when it's all fully mixed, so that you have the jack evenly distributed as much as possible amongst the cream cheese. So now we're going to take our peppers and we're going to put enough cream cheese and we're going to put it over the edges a little bit so that it holds the hot dog in. So we're going to spray our pan. Now we're going to do our milk bath. So we have 1 cup of milk here, I have a cup of flour, and here I have a cup of breadcrumbs. And to this breadcrumbs, I'm going to add a tablespoon of black pepper, a tablespoon of onion powder, and a tablespoon of garlic powder. So we have our spices into our breadcrumbs, and we're going to mix it up. We want to blend it so that it's evenly mixed. We're going to take our peppers now, dip it in the milk, roll it in the flour, try to give it press it in a little bit so it gets coated. And we're going to let it dry for about a minute. While it's drying, we can do some of the others. Want it coated. So I'm dipping it in the milk, dipping it in the flour, rolling it around so it gets coated, pressing a little bit of the flour into the cheese, and put it on the pan. Okay, they've dried for a little bit now. We're going to put them in a milk bath again, and this time we're in the breadcrumbs with the seasoning. So we make sure we get a good milk bath all around, otherwise it won't stick to our popper because it's dry now. So now we have all of ours coated with the flour and the bread crumbs, and now we're going to spray it with Pam. We want to seal the breadcrumbs. So we're going to put them in the oven now. And we're going to find out what they look like in about 4 to 5 minutes. So let's see how they're doing now. Oh, they look really nice and golden. And the popper's still a little hard, but you want it a little hard so that it doesn't get floppy while the people pick it up to eat it. So let's see how our jalapeno firecrackers turned out. A little bit of spice with the jalapeno jack, and the jalapeno, it's just got the right kind of bite. The jalapeno with the pepper jack and the spices, it's just so yummy. You're going to have a nice firecracker in your mouth on the 4th of July. Enjoy.